My first impression was that it was a really beautiful, fantastical story. It it felt like a real exploration for George in terms of the the films we know him for. This felt like a little deviation for a little bit, but at the heart of it was a great story with heart and vision and a real sort of sense of nostalgia and history, beauty. Um, I was quite moved by it. The biggest draw for me is to work with Tilda Swinton and George Miller, and the three of us and this incredible team here pull together this story. Tilda has been like an incredible partner, just an incredible. She's an amazing actor, a complete majestic figure, right? But not only that, she can really boil down into the very granular details of collaboration. Even down to our words that we're each saying. We did many roundtables over possibly 3 years now, almost, about this character, about this story, about their relationship and such. And so working with Tilda was everything I thought it would be and more. I mean, a complete sort of gem of a working relationship, I think. Tilda and I were keen to make sure that the language, the story really affects the audience in a way that the audience will go, I wonder what I would have done. I wonder what, you know. And George is really like, one of the things I learned a lot about from George is about storytelling and how to connect with the audience. Just small details from how often an actor who's talking looks away. And while he looks away for those 2 seconds, does he lose the audience or are they drawn in for more? Just the tiniest details that really became this sort of mosaic of information that started to feed his vision and feed our performances. These stories are more than just stories. They're a way of convincing, if you like, or encouraging Alithea to understand the plight that he finds himself in and how important it is that, hey, you've got 3 wishes, you don't want them, but I'm going to tell you these stories just to give you a little perspective. So that is a big key moment for me, and key to understand how to, to approach it. It was key to understand as a performer, why storytelling is so important to the Djinn, why these particular stories are really important to Alithea's journey. This is a Djinn that felt human emotion. This is a Djinn that started to fall in love. This is a Djinn that started to fall into desire. He's immortal, so it's very uncharacteristic for him to start to fall in love, share human emotion, wants and desires in the way that he did. And it was that began to unravel his journey. So these stories were, they're placed in the film as a way of giving Alithea a little background, but in truth, for him, this is therapy. It's the stories we tell each other that shape all of this. At some point, someone said, hey, wouldn't it be great to build a skyscraper? That's a story. It's not a reality. It's like, what? A building that goes up to the sky and we can all be up there? That's like flying. Yeah, it'd be like flying, but it would save space. Instead of going that way, we go up. It's a story. It's an idea told as a story. And it's that has built what we are today, right? It's like when you have a child or you try and teach your child something, you use stories to do that. A film like this will sit as a time capsule of when George and Tilda and Idris and team work together, and this is the story they tell. What do you get out of that? And what you get out of that possibly is, you know, well, it's a cautionary tale about desire. I think you get out of it that love can override, and love is very, very important. Love is a four-letter word, of course, but it's an emotion that we can only categorize by calling it love. And it's big, it's huge, it's a big thing for humans, and it's a big component of our story. Hopefully, what I think people might grab from this is that, yeah, it's a cautionary tale, but also, you know, your heart's desire is your heart's desire. You know, it's your heart's desire. No matter how many wishes or, you know, fairy godmothers come along or whatever, jinns, it's only you that can make what you want. It's your heart's desire. So, yeah.